Alright, good morning, Vietnam! How y'all doing today, everybody, folks? Actually, Elvin Faye, you are right on time. I am finally, I've been gone for the holidays, just kind of chilling out with friends and such. Yes, I actually do have those offline. I am surprised as the rest of some of you are. Oh, I totally did. Oh, I totally did. Come on, it's a title that is just too funny not to roll with. It really is, because I heard about this, and I'm like, no. The peanut gallery is really not that stupid. And then I looked at it, I'm like, oh dear God, the peanut gallery really is that stupid. Okay, well, news to me. So, apparently, once again, welcome back to everybody. Hope you had a fantabulous holiday. Hope everybody had some happy holidays. Hope you enjoyed yourself, got some good presents, good food, and, you know, dealable times with the family and loved ones. Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. So, apparently, I am supposedly, so it's funny because, like, originally I was, like, the Antichrist, and then I was the devil, and then I was an asshole, a liar, and all this other stuff, and then we were Dark Souls, and now apparently I am a reptile that influenced the 2016 election. I mean, I've heard some really good ones as far as to why Trump got elected. I usually chalked it up to human stupidity, along a couple of different factors, especially from the Hillary and Bernie side of things, that just couldn't stop being stupid, so they made the other person look good by default. But, again, that's my take on it, and I'm of the firm belief that the only sane candidate out of the whole bunch was the dude that wore a boot on his head. Which is funny, because when I actually posted that, I got Vermin Supreme to actually follow me. That was weird, but, you know. So, apparently now I am supposedly a reptile that influences elections. You know, I wonder if I could influence elections, wouldn't I pick somebody that actually didn't annoy the piss out of me? I'm just saying. He was the more tolerable of people that I had to choose from. That doesn't mean he's a great guy. Because really, kinda stretching some stuff here. Yeah, I think I liked it better when I was a Dark Soul. At least that was a video game, man. I could go with some video game cred. I don't know about the fire worship shit, but, you know, I went from video game cred to designer handbag. I mean, okay. If I'm really such an alien, why the hell am I still here? Hey, lovebirds. Seriously. Any alien worth their damn salt, why the frick would they pick here? Just look at the people we've had to deal with over the course of the year. You think anybody wants to stick around for that bullshit? Between that, the elections, global warming, anything you hear in the news, reality TV, need I freaking continue? Yeah, there is never really a good choice, I agree with you. And when you consider the nominations come from the same people that start this shit year after year, it's not even really our choice anyway. Well, Silver, if you're waiting on that mothership, you might want to grab a couple of those comfy throw pillows, because apparently we're all in for a wait, because supposedly I am a space alien, and even I ain't getting on board. So, it ain't working for me, it's probably not working for you either. Yeah, I know, we should have seen the signs, because there's Repsion with the reptile connection there, there's the brain frog thing. There you go, folks, I am secretly brain frog. Once again, Joy is finding another way to blame everything on me as usual. It was the brain frog, it was the brain frog, and Phil is the brain frog, so it's all Phil. This is supposed to be like one of those 10 degrees of separation sorts of thing, except it doesn't even make it to like a half degree. I don't even know what some of these guys. Of course, we look at who is actually saying this too, and it's funny because they've been getting the cold shoulder for what, a week? 2 weeks now? And the more they get blocked, the crazier these guys get. Hold on, we're gonna make alternate accounts, but we're not obsessed. We're going to constantly feed off his every post, but we're not obsessed. We're going to send people in to bait him, but we're not obsessed. If I'm such a liar, why do you keep proving me right? And the funny thing is, they're like, they threw around my Witchcraft versus Trump video and tried to say that I claimed that I got Trump elected, which was more like, if you I actually asked some of the people that were pagans and stuff what they felt about it, and there are a lot of people in the audience that are pagan. So I found it a particularly interesting topic, and it also went to show how far people will go to get a little bit of validation and look good in the press, especially when it comes to a political figure that people don't like. It also went from pagan terms to demonstrate just how ridiculous their ritual was and how ridiculous they are. In terms, basically in their own terms, their shit doesn't add up. Yeah, the whole this is one of those, like, we look and we see that the whole Joy thing, she's basically mouthing off at anybody that's pissed her off or harmed her. She thinks she can, like, tear the foundations down around her. It's her last ditch at trying to get even with everybody. And all it does is make her look worse. But the funny thing is, this is being passed around, though. And it's the usual dumbasses. I mean, yeah, no kidding. I actually, now I get the Carrot Wizard joke. Okay, now I actually get the Carrot Wizard reference. Because at first I'm like, Carrot Wizard, and the dumbasses were touting this around. And the funny thing is, I'm sitting there like, I could make merch out of this. Well, apparently that pissed them off, so now they gotta spread that around and say this. Well, the funny thing is, like, I'm looking at the comments from the Warski video, and it's the same person trying to be a douchebag. And, oh, in self-forced retirement, that's where Joy is. Where everybody gives a shit about her. You know, next to nobody, except her peanut gallery. Anyway, so they're passing around. So I was reading comments, and these guys are like, oh, I gotta jump on this before they do an internet insanity. I'm sitting there like, well, okay, you're gonna be bored, but alright. So for those of you that are jumping on this stream or any of my other videos to kind of take a look at all of this and look for the crazy guy throwing spells around, I'm sorry to disappoint you, because basically all you're gonna get is a lot of Joy drama, some passable Let's Plays that you probably may or may not like. Oh, there's owl videos. If you like owls, there is some saving grace. You will at least have some aspect of my channel that you can enjoy, unless you hate animals, in which case you suck and you're a dumbass anyway. So, yeah, I think she's on you now. Like I said, more and more I care less and less and become more and more indifferent. Yes, it is a topic. Yes, it gets me views. I guarantee you I could say just about anything and throw Joy in there and probably get views and subs if I really wanted the attention that damn badly. Thing is, I don't. I discuss topics when they come up. I discuss topics when they come up. But it's funny because now I'm supposedly a reptilian. And the funny thing is, like I was saying on Twitter, I was actually talking about, because someone asked me if I actually thought that government was run by reptilian overlords. And I said, look, if the current batch of candidates from the election is they're trying to take things over and run us, then we're talking budget cuts here. Yeah, if you want to see me throwing spells, get in on my Pathfinder games. That's about as far as that's going to be going lately. Good one. I like that. I do. So, God, I lost my train of thought. Oh, yes. I had said, yeah, my slit eyes that have, like, the round pupils in them. I know. I do a horrible job even of being a reptilian. I mean, I know, look, I joke about being a funny-looking dude, but I never figured people would take it that far. Jesus. But, it's funny because I said, you know, it would be like budget cuts. If this is what they have to take over the human race, then even they've given up on us and said, yeah, forget this. We're gonna watch reruns. Hello, Stephen Anita Smith. Been a while. Watch out, I am secretly a reptilian and will, like, scoop out your brain, like Five Nights at Freddy's 6 style. Or no, that was 4. FNAF 4 style. We'll, I guess maybe that'll be it next week. Maybe I'll be a soulless robot next. I don't know. But I guess that's Joy's new shtick now. The reptilians are out to get her because Brain Frog, Repsion's a reference for reptiles. I'm supposedly a reptilian, and what was the other one? Oh yeah, she's always calling everybody snakes. She has a real thing for calling people snakes. Too many reptile references in there. Maybe that's it. She thinks she's being invaded by reptilians. It would explain some of the freakier freak-out meltdowns. Oh hey! Well, I'm sorry to disappoint, I am not a reptile. I would wonder about y'all's heating and cooling, though. Seriously, if I was an alien, my first order of business would be to get the hell off this rock. That would be my first order of business. Followed by making sure whoever my superior was supposed to be, that even as punishment that I never got sent into that, I would take being hurled into the sun versus being sent back here. No, it was supposed to be, I think it was the Martians that were supposed to do the probing. And the little green or little gray men. So, I think that was supposed to be a thing. Not here. No thank you. You might want to look up JSBS for that, because she's the one that apparently has the fixation on people's backsides. Probably why she's been kissing them lately. Which explains certain people saying the things that they say. Again, none of this stuff is very surprising to me. Some of it actually does get boring, but I will say, I will thank them for just a moment. I know, some of you that haven't heard my comments on Twitter are going to be like, wait, what? Why is he thanking these people? They're asinine. Yeah, they're absolutely asinine. But, at the same time, I'm getting views, I'm getting watch time. Oh yeah, supposedly I'm a reptile now that influenced the elections. That's their latest. That's their latest. Can you tell that I'm really amused here? I mean, oh my god, that's great. And you have these people that actually take on this and they believe this. So they're like jumping on to my Witchcraft versus Trump video because they're trying to see where I had said this stuff that isn't in there. So now I think it's, what was my up to now? Let me see, what was the actual? 276 views. It was 240 within like the last couple of days, and now it's 276. So I'm getting extra views. I'm getting extra watch time. Hey, Charlie, long time no see. I guess YouTube finally let you in. Good to see you. Happy holidays, by the way. So I'm getting watch time. I'm getting views. I've actually got 2 subscribers out of this. So whatever they were thinking they were gonna get, you know, taken care of and stuff, whatever they thought they were going to do, they're actually helping me. You know, they claimed that I was trying to keep myself relevant, but they're actually keeping me relevant. They're giving me views, they're pushing me up in the algorithm. I don't know, maybe these guys are secretly fans and we just never knew? I don't know what to tell you. And I guarantee you they'll scoff and laugh and douse themselves in holy water at the thought of being a fan of mine. But the fact remains that, you know, for people that think they've got it out for me so much and are causing me so much, you know, distress and... One moment here. One moment. Hang on. Yes.
Hey, Philip.
What's up?
Come here, I got to show you something.
Let's see who's... Oh, we have 19 more still popping up. And so much for my mic not turning on. Sorry, I had to talk with my alien overlords. I'm here. I'm back. Howdy. And of course, yes, I'm having a leisurely conversation because I tend to do that. My alien overlords require reports. Let's see what I've missed. Because I have no idea how long I was out for. Something creepy is going to happen. No, I'm not getting swatted. Not yet. Hey, Miranda. Oh my gods, but it's so goddamn funny. I wish. I'd be like, hey guys, bye guys. Let me show off my alien mothership. I'll give you a hint. It's secretly this owl. You see this little switch here? It sends the appropriate signal, and if I twist this little lever here, then it sends the signal that I'm ready for pickup. And then they just replace me with another Phil that looks and talks and sounds just like me. That way, when the next one, gets fed up with it and tired of the human race in general, which, let's face it, is pretty well a given at this point, they can just beam out and replace in and out, and so you're actually just seeing different Phils. We're all secretly just randomly placed reptilians. There you go! The secret's out, show's over, it's all over for the Philster. You just got filled in. Phil just filibusted himself, oh my god! Except all of that is wrong, and yeah, I'm stuck on this rock as well as everybody else is. I mean, I understand that some people think I am out of this world in both good and bad connotations, but that is taking it just a little far. And as much as some people would like me to be off this planet so they no longer have to deal with me, trust me, I am right there along with you. I am more than happy to go along with that whatever. You know, for all the time these guys put into this stuff, you know, I figure there's X amount of them. Yes, lots of puns. Lots of puns. All kinds of horrible puns. See, you're expecting a rage session. And really, I'm just having fun with this, because it's hilarious. Hello, Killer X squared, because it's 2 Killer X's. Can you explain why you like owls so much? Actually, if you look back in my videos, some of the very first videos, you will see that I have videos where I was taking care of a rescued owl. That's one of many. I've always liked owls in general. They have excellent symbolism. But taking care of an owl was great, and he was an absolute beaut. He was an amazing little fella, and I miss him terribly. Even when I'm walking along that way, I still keep an eye out just in case there's an owl that I should find there again, or in case for whatever reason he should return to that spot, because owls never forget. They're one of those creatures that always seems to remember. So I use a lot of owl symbols in like some of my not logos, but some of my little screenies that I put up and all that other stuff. I just think they're really awesome in general. They can be really temperamental, but if you have their trust, they are some of the sweetest creatures you will ever run into. Because I have, like, if you look back, I think there are like 3 of them. There's a video where you will see an owl perched on top of my head. You may or may not see the one that's when he was perched on my... Do I like the supervillain Owlman? I'm trying to think of which one that was. Because there were a couple that used the owl moniker. I know that Batman had the Court of Owls, which I thought was actually kind of lame. Do you like Guardians of Ganul? Hello, not Paul. I think this is the first time I've chatted with you. I'm usually familiar with screen names. To answer your question, I don't think I've ever heard of that book series, but now I'm going to have to copy and paste it. Most of what I've been reading lately has been research for the survival abduction Pathfinder thing that I'm actually been working on. Which, funny enough, interestingly enough, you want to talk about degrees of separation, actually does involve aliens. You guys, you have no idea how much I am enjoying all of this. Because it's like, I'm looking at the people that are saying this, and these are the people that are pissed off because I blocked them. and are going out of their way to get as much attention as possible, to bait as much as possible, and they're not getting it. So they don't get it, and they flip out more. And now they're spreading all this stuff around. Oh, damn. I got dethroned by Silver. We knew that was going to happen sooner or later. And we have a dancing Mario. Thank you for the 30. I appreciate that. I was in tears when I had to tell him goodbye. That's why he's kind of looking at me sideways when I was talking to him, because I did break down and cry. And should at any point that owl pop up out of nowhere and land on my shoulder or whatever, I guarantee you I will start bawling like a baby. I don't care who I'm with or where I'm at, or how much of a tough guy act I'm trying to pull on. Pretty much. Supposedly I'm a reptilian that got Trump elected. Yep. I mean, I've heard some good ones, but apparently the reptilians are after Katie. Also, hello Wicket, long time no see. Hope you had a happy holiday. Hope everybody had a happy holiday. Oh, I love that little owl. That little owl was great. And, you know, owls can... She's... Where is she when you need donations? Probably trying to scope out other communities to give a hard time to. But she's also blocked, so she's not going to be, like, slime trailing in here. She's always around, though. She's never far from the source. I mean, I look at who's saying this stuff, and there you go, right there. But I think it's funny, and again, thank you so much to those people. They actually, again, I went from, like, I think 30 extra views within a day on that particular video. View count went up, sub count went up by 2. Likes and dislikes don't really matter anymore. I think even watch time went up a bit. So there was that. So these guys, you know, they're trying to throw stones at me, but they're making me more relevant. They're pushing me up in the algorithm. They're giving me ideas for merch, which is going to be profitable and thus help me. I mean, the only way these guys could actually hurt me at this point is actually if they joined my side. And I say that because I don't have a side. I'm just me. I get tired of people's stupidity and people's bullshit and call them out on it. Ooh, good luck to you, Death the Sage. I hope you have a good shift. But I mean, you know, at this rate, the only way they could legit hurt me is if they actually befriended me. Like, for real, Z. Oh my god. And it's funny when you think about it, because that's the one thing they won't do. But it's funny because I told them, you know, I put them to the challenge. Have you put vodka in the water bottle again? You know, as much as this should lead me to drinking, I'm glad it hasn't. Because earlier in the year, at least, I probably would have never stopped. No, this is just everyday regular water. I have my little water container, my little filter jug here. So, oh god. But it's great. And they claim that I'm the obsessed one, and I'm sitting there going, okay, so I'm working on a Pathfinder campaign, which I'm actually enjoying, doing lots of research on that. I'm playing Subnautica and the modded 7 Days to Die, which is called War of the Walkers. And, yeah, I know she's using SAC accounts to try and befriend people. What else is new? Oh, they're still doing the same old stuff. Basically, anybody that's spoken with Joy, they're popping up in their like, chats and stuff. Like, Denise had, like, 2 different freaking accounts, both of which are blocked. So, they've been trying. God, they've been trying so hard. And I'm sitting there going, I understand that this is baiting. I understand exactly what you're trying to do. But, you know, call them out on it, we don't know what you're talking about. It's obvious. They're still saying some of the older bullshit from before that I already threw up a video and debunked. So, I mean, it's like, But yeah, so I've got that I'm working on. The only thing the only thing that's got me in the dumps lately is I was doing something like, I put a post up on Twitter, a poll, for something called, I said Critical Thought is upcoming, and I gave 3 different choices. I actually had a total of 7 ideas. And then as I was jotting down information of what I wanted to put in those, the computer decided to restart itself for updates. And I lost everything, including the list of the critical thought that I wanted to make, which actually kind of sucked. So now instead of 7 ideas, I have something like 5, and those 2 ideas I just know were something that I really wanted to try out. So it really irks the crap out of me, because I'm like, no, I was telling myself I should have saved that shit, and I didn't. That's actually messed with me a bit, because I hate having to start over from scratch. That really ticks me off. Especially when it's my stuff. I tend to get, like, perfectionist mode whenever it comes to creating things. Alright? So, that, and then, of course, research for Pathfinder stuff, which is funny because you'd be surprised the kind of stuff you research. Like, I was researching water mills dating back to the 1600s and before then, standing water mills that can be made over a lake, what is it, phytoplankton, which actually can kind of create a glow-in-the-dark effect. Then there was different types of ecosystems, how certain creatures interact with certain other creatures, all that stuff. So when you consider that I had something like 12 tabs open for that I've been obsessing over. If you want to call anything an obsession, there's that. Because whenever I go to create something, I really grab stuff to make things as immersive as possible because people tend to enjoy that. I don't really go overboard, but it's enough that things make sense. So you see that and you're like, oh wow, this actually fits. And then you find out that this is something you might see in everyday life, or possible in some form of life, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, that's neat. You learned something. People say role-playing can't be educational and fun. Pfft, shows what they know. To be fair, though, I should have saved my stuff. But I still have some notes, so I'm bit by bit rebuilding that. I've got the critical thought on one hand. There's the rest of the Let's Plays that I have for Five Nights at Freddy's, which I was feeling really bad for a moment because I'm like, damn, I suck. I'm getting my ass kicked on night 2. And then I'm seeing the people that actually play the game. They're like, this feels like night 4. And I'm like, okay, I don't feel so bad now. It's okay to suck at that point. There's more stuff where I have to start over from Fallout because the file got corrupted. And then there was also, I told Kaylee Bear that I was going to get Let's Play done on the new updates for Oxygen Not Included, because they added transport tubes and a whole mess of other things. So that's all the stuff that I'm actually worried about. And at the same time, I got the peanut gallery over here going, you do nothing but talk about joy. You're obsessed about joy. You need it for views. Not really. I still got, my last video still has gotten, what, 70 views? I mean, sure, it's not 100 and 200, but whatever. Different groups have different niches. And then, of course, if you look at the top of the screen, what does it say? Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. All topics are open to discussion. Don't like a topic? Suggest a new one. So, streaming-wise, all topics are open to discussion, and if it comes up, then it comes up, but it's not going to be the main focus. Because, quite frankly, we're all hoping that it dies out. That's the honest truth. We're hoping it dies out. She is like a vampire for attention and will take anything, both good and bad, and just feed off it. That's why she's been throwing shade at Petermon, she's been throwing shade at, you know, at Rep, at Matt, at Based Mama, at all this other stuff. And I know there's a lot of different stuff that is going along with all of those. Okay? There's a lot of stuff that's going on with all these different respective people. And quite frankly, the reason I'm not commenting on it more is because I honestly don't know about it. I don't. To me personally, one bit of drama was bad enough, and then you try to invite that kind of drama with other intersecting opinions and peanut galleries, and forget World War III, you got its next biggest thing right there. from multiple sides and multiple people. I'm sorry, one aspect is taxing enough as it is. Forget that crap. Oh, I have two echoes going on. Sorry, let me fix that. Yeah, I saw the echo. Feminism, communism, they're isms. People love their isms. Aneurysm is also an ism, though. Imagine that. I wonder how those three could possibly be related. Echo Base, this is Charlie Bravo. We have the reptilians moving in for a rendezvous because their ringleader, the great Bob the Brain Frog, also known as that Phil guy, has been outed by random people on Twitter. More news as it develops. Check out our future merch line for Carrot Wizard plushies and probably reptilian overlords and brain frogs. Again, thanks guys for the free merch ideas. Y'all think you're hurting me, you're helping me, so thank you for that. Y'all are trying to put me in the dumpster and you're gonna make me famous. I don't even want to be famous, but okay. I agree. I absolutely agree. Yet somehow people still want to discuss her. I don't get it. She's not that interesting. I'm not that interesting. Fascism, realism, statism, capitalism. I'm actually kind of curious as to what happens when this person runs out of isms. But whatever. It's harmless. Or mostly harmless, as Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy would go. And even though I am your dread reptilian overlord, the Dark Lord of the Internet, Bob the Brain Frog, and thus responsible for all of your woes and night terrors, always remember to know where your towel is. A Reptilian Overlord shirt. I'm sure it'll be coming as soon as I actually get off my ass and make the sketches for it. Because I was going to do something with Brain Frog and Munchulovania, and let's face it, I just got lazy and didn't do it. There you go. Simple, easy, honest explanation right there. So, that's why you have been seeing merch out of me. Because I just haven't got off my lazy butt and actually made it. I could sketch. I have the pens for it. I've got the pencils for it. And I love these little pencils. See? This little guy right here. Nice little fine tip. But the best thing, the beautiful thing is, you know, these guys have decided to unleash the hounds, so to speak, and they're going to be sending people my way to look over this stuff, to find this. And all they're going to find is Let's Plays, Joy Drama, and all this other stuff. So to you guys that are coming in for that, well, I apologize. Because you guys are probably going to be bored out of your ass. I don't know. Maybe you might actually find some of this stuff interesting. If you do, great, awesome. If you sub, great, awesome. If you donate, hey. But I mean, otherwise, Alvids. 3 of them. You'll probably like those. So at least you'll be able to walk away with something enjoyable. There'll be 3 owl videos, and at least the 2 of them are absolutely cute. The last one's a bit of a tearjerker because I had to give... That was when I was, you know, giving the owl over to the shelter. Which, by the way, for those of you either concerned or curious, the owl made a full recovery and was released back into the wild. Doesn't always happen, so I'm celebrating it because it is awesome. What is or isn't going on with the Kilroy event? I honestly don't know. There are other people that are far more up-to-date about it. I would advise checking that out because they have a better room to talk about it than I do. I don't know jack about it. I know some of the names involved, but that's really about as far as it goes. So I don't know anything else about that. That's why I'm not talking about it. Just like the Petermon stuff. I know that is a mess of what he's going through, but I don't know what's going on, so I have nothing to say there. And we are up to 24 now. I picked a good time to stream, apparently. Either that or a really good title, because apparently it's the catchy titles that get people going. So of course they're like, wait, hold on, what happened? So now they want to watch. Now they want to watch because they're expecting me probably to rage. I don't know. I'm enjoying myself right now. I've had a very enjoyable day. I've had a very enjoyable holiday, actually. Got to spend it with some friends, which is always nice. Actually, I got to catch up. I heard stuff about American Horror Story for a while. And I was like, whatever. You know, Lady Gaga's in it. Oh, wait, okay, fine, whatever. She practically is an American Horror Story. I'll bet one that can sing. Got a powerful set of pipes there. So, I mean, she could, but still. But I actually caught, what was it, the Roanoke one. I think it was the second to last. I want to say season 6. And I thought it was very well put together. Because just when I thought it was over, then it put like a reality TV spin on it, and then it added more of a real-world element. I mean, you talk about good writing and pretty decent, plausible, you know, character development. I enjoyed American Horror Story. And then, of course, I got to see the 12th Jock Doctor's Regeneration. Yeah, I got the name right this time. When I talked to Nate about this the last time, I absolutely butchered it. Oh no, there haven't been any slow motion videos of me flicking my tongue. I was just told that I was apparently... I've heard that I'm apparently a reptile that got Trump elected. Wow. I mean, wow. I mean, of all the people to be, like, reptilian-based, I would have thought that would have been with freaking Hillary, because if anybody's a snake... Even still, any of them up there, if that's the reptilians' pick... That just goes to show even they've given up on the human race. They're like, nope, we can't even be bothered to half-ass it this year. I got nothing there. But it's funny. It is. It is absolutely funny. And now I'm going to have to make merch off of this. Slow motion videos of me flicking my tongue. One, I think the idea of me making a video of me flicking my tongue would be kind of... I don't know. Me personally, I see that as freaking creepy. So I'm going to go with no. Secondly, I don't know jack shit about editing. Which is probably the one saving grace I've had throughout all of this, because I've had so many people try to accuse me of photoshopping things. The closest thing I got to editing was my 500 subscriber video one. And even that took a bit. Man, it's still kind of meh. It was alright. It was alright, but that's about it. So, that, I mean, it's like, the one saving grace there is like, guys, you've seen my production quality. You really think I can work my way around Photoshop? Okay, thank you for the vote of confidence. It's probably the only one I'll get from that peanut gallery, but still. Oh, probably. I don't doubt that. I'm just saying it's been my one saving grace so far. Because they're accusing me of, like, photoshopping stuff, and I'm like, dude, have you seen my editing quality? It's not there. Kind of like my reptilian heritage. I forget which one it was that I used for the 500 subscriber video, because I haven't had that going in some time. I haven't tried to mess with that again. I do like to try and learn things from time to time, though. And, you know, try new little tricks and things. Oh, I know I'm not the best. No offense taken. I'd be like, yeah, that's fair. I'm a dude that's talking onto a web camera. I mean, that's... no talent really needed at that point. As long as I can keep everybody more or less engaged, and hopefully everybody has a good time, then great. Awesome. Glad you like it. If you don't have a good time, well, sorry to hear that. Maybe it just wasn't your cup of tea, and if you just think that if you absolutely hate my guts, then, well, I'm sorry to feel that you feel that way. Life goes on, and in another year or so, you probably won't give a damn. And neither will I. Because seriously. At that point, go in peace. Or I'll do you a favor and just block you. I usually hate blocking people, but the fact of the matter is, at this point it just seems to be kind of necessary. And that's not because, oh my god, you said something I disagreed with, I must block you. That doesn't work that way. No, I can deal with there are plenty of people I have disagreements with. I have a problem with people being assholes. My laptop is my for its age, it's doing good. It's doing good. I really do need to replace it at some point. A guy who's not even mastered microphones. Yeah, I still seem to have a bit of issues with the sound quality. Some weird oopses. Like, I thought that I had the mic off. And apparently it did not click, which is... It was the aliens. Aliens. The reptilians got mad that I got outed, so they had to, like, put my mic back on. Ah, well. C'est la... Moon? Actually, that's kind of funny. I was going for, like, c'est la vie, and then I said c'est la moon, and now it just sounded cheesy in anime. But I like it. Kind of. Sort of. Bad pun. Really bad pun. I was going for an alien joke, damn it! I would say don't judge me, but it's too late for that. And you just know that they're going to be going crazy over the Twitter now. Oh my god, Phil put up a video. Again, I think I liked it better when we were Dark Souls. Because first I was the Antichrist, then we were a secret consortium that was out to get them, then it was Dark Souls, and now apparently we're reptiles. Yep, Illuminati confirmed, folks. The reptilians are out to get Katie, and I am secretly the evil Overlord trying to prevent her. And she is on this God-given mission from her angels to save the world from the lizards. You can edit stuff with a laptop. It depends on how much space you have on it. Like, I could actually probably do editing with this from what I saw. I think it was like Wonder something. I don't know. Yeah, we were Dark Souls! So we went from video games to handbags. I'm not sure what kind of progression it is at this point. It's up and down like the roller coaster that is the drama. At least I'm getting my humor back. Because before I was starting to get kind of edgy and ragey for a bit, but now I'm just sitting there cracking jokes. That's really gotta be driving them fucking nuts. Because they're like, damn it, we will get attention out of you! And I've barely named them at all this entire stream. Like, in this hour, almost hour now, they barely got even any kind of a mention. They're like, come on, say my name! And that just sounds really wrong and really dirty, so I'm not going there, because it rubs the bleach in the skin, or it hoses itself down with acid again. Oh, none of these people are going to save the world. Hell, people aren't going to save the world at this point. We have less to fear from the heat death of the universe or the sun and more to fear from each other. Considering what happens when people get bored and who and how they eat people alive at a finger snap. Friends become enemies and brother turns against brother, sister turns against sister, and that's when you can actually tell whether they're actually one gender or another and they're not changing it to look trendy on Tumblr or Twitter. We're not doomed. That's a bit of a little bit melodramatic, but I will say that no, we're not doomed, but the social contract is very much dead and twitching in throes of rigor mortis. We're not doomed. Not yet. Not yet. We ain't looking really good right now. Of course, that's why you should never use social medium as a measuring stick to judge the rest of the world by, or else you will be bitter, cynical, and wanting to, I don't know, broil your neighbors up like shrimp on the Barbie. Use your imagination, because I guarantee you somebody else will. Well, everything ends eventually. Look, nothing in life is guaranteed. Whether it's this stream, being any kind of sensation on the internet, anything in general. You know, nothing ever lasts forever. Nothing is ever guaranteed. If more people on this platform got that through their heads, I think things would be a whole lot simpler. But instead, everybody decides they want to reenact, like, the worst moments of junior high and high school. And be as petty. Actually, it's funny because it's like they age to a certain point, and then at least maturity-wise, they start aging backwards. So they were young adults, and now they're back to teenagers with all the angst that showcases. And then they're kids. And then they're screaming spoiled brats that have the biggest problem when you call them out for being biggest spoiled brats. I still remember one of the last people I've talked to was trying to say, oh, well, you had an ego, and I'm like, how was any of that egotistical? And at that point, you can hear crickets chirping. Why? Because none of it was actually egotistical, they were just trying to have something to say. And that's what I mean when I say people like to puff out their chests in social media a lot. Oh, gods! That's not, no, Death the Sage, that's not a drinking game. That's basically Death Race 2000 with whiskey, okay? That's exactly what that is. That shit could kill stereotypical Irish people that are dwarves in a fantasy setting, where all they basically do is drink. They drink wine like it's water or like they're breathing air. And that shit would kill them. Drink every time she reminds you how sick she is. See how many streams you actually survive. Oh, and don't forget to drink every time she blames someone else for a failing YouTube career or claims that someone is out to get her. You'd die if you drank water. I have said that before. That is true. Your name does have death weight. There are easier ways to live up to that name, okay? If you really want to live up to your name that badly, go play Call of Duty. Don't play sick drinking games like that. Nobody needs that, and I don't want to read about any of you in the obituaries. I would be very seriously upset. So don't do that. $2 minutes? Boy, you're giving them some credit there. I'm just saying, this stuff is... And it's like, I look at all this other stuff, all these other little drama aspects, because I watch a lot of different streams. And it's all the same. Like, people talk about the Trisha drama. They talk about, like, all this other different types of drama. And yeah, the people change, and the peanut galleries change. But isn't it all just the same? It's the same shit, different person doing the same screwed up stuff to a different extent. The arguments are mostly the same, everybody thinks they're right on both sides, there are 1,001 posts where everybody else is the enemy, and they start pitching tents like it's fucking Game of Thrones. And then after that, everybody proceeds to chew each other up and start, like, devouring each other alive. And it's always somebody else's fault. And I'm sitting there going, how do people not realize this? It is all the same stuff. It's just repeating the cycle in a different thing, and sometimes that cycle spins out into other cycles of equal or lesser bullshit. Hey, Diz! Good to see you. Hey, some of these people are pitching a tent so hard you can see the foundation spikes in freaking China. And I don't mean the WWE former superstar. May she rest in peace. Although that would explain a few things about a relationship with Sean Waltman, but otherwise I ain't going there. But basically, if you've seen one, you've seen them all. So how... I guess I understand at first how people get so wrapped up in this. I do. Especially those that like to fight it out. You know, I get the appeal. I totally get the appeal. At least at the beginning. But afterwards, after a while, it's like, it's the same stuff. And, like, no matter how much you may want to, like, watch, like, a TV show or an anime. Let's say, like, Supernatural or the X-Files. Someone does a spin-off, like 15, 20, 25 different spin-offs. Maybe the first couple you like, and then after you're like, dude, it's the same stuff. They changed the actors. It's the same lines. Oh, but let me tell you how great the lighting is. It doesn't matter. It's the same bullshit. can you like that? I don't get people, though. So there are a lot of things that I don't get, and to each their own. If that's what you enjoy, then that's what you enjoy. But it is like it's like Groundhog Day on fucking LSD, man. And you're talking a bad trip, at least from everything I've heard of it. Yes, China is the former WWE star. China has been dead for quite a while. She had an overdose. You can find stuff about it all over YouTube. It was really, really tragic, unfortunately. And her mind was going well before her body did. It's a shame, too, because I grew up watching, WWE and, D-Generation X and stuff, and Undertaker was always my favorite out of the bunch, but, I remember fondly Stone Cold Steve Austin, D-Generation X, the Dudley Boys, Kane, all that good stuff. How's it going? It is going alright. Apparently I'm a reptile now. I, woke up one day. I don't know if they'll put her in the Hall of Fame. It would be nice. I think that Chris Benoit should still get in the Hall of Fame, and I think people should look more into his death, because there was a lot of weird stuff there, but okay. And his name is John Cena. How did I put up with her for 10 years? A whole lot of pity. That, and I had a very bad habit of not showing the door people because I just wanted to keep people around at the time. And then I got wiser and stronger and said, fuck that shit. And the more that comes out of her, the more I am firmly cemented in my decision and tells me I made the right choice. Especially considering the people that she likes to constantly bring into her life. No, that's okay. It was a good time. Yeah, well, considering stuff that Hulk had done and he was in for a time, Snuka's in the Hall of Fame, and they may or may not have covered up a murder involving him. So, quite frankly, I think they can fit China in. I also think they should put Benoit in as well, because he did, for all things aside, yes, he may have done something very, very heinous, but the Hall of Fame is to honor people that have, for their wrestling career, not their personal life. And you can easily turn around and say, we do not endorse their personal life, this is a matter of celebrating the things that they did. You can like the work and hate the person. Because Lord knows, there are enough people that I love their stuff, but I think they themselves are about as full of shit as it comes. But to answer your question, Diz, sorry about that, I got sidetracked. I've just got back from the holidays. I finally got my voice back in a way that I'm not blowing my nose or sneezing every 5 seconds. So progress. And apparently I woke up within the last couple of days, and now I'm a reptile. I don't actually believe that I'm a reptile, but apparently other people believe that I'm a reptile that got Trump elected. I mean, jeez, man. I understand you don't like me and don't want me to be a part of the human race, but Deadpooling me out of the species? Shit. That's really taking it a step beyond, even for the peanut gallery. Although I would be happy for that mothership to come by any time, and I'm sure wouldn't be the only one. I will say this, though. All the people that like to throw this shit around, since you apparently have so much money to throw around, I have a proposition for you, and I think you're going to love it, okay? Considering how many subs she supposedly had, if all of y'all supposedly hate so much, if you were to each throw down $5, you could send me to an island somewhere. I would be totally happy and away from y'all. Y'all would be totally happy and I'd be out of your hair. If you really want to get rid of me that bad, give me a goddamn island. I'll be laughing all the way to the bank. It's easier than the slow and steady approach to stardom that you're basically giving me at this point. So, if you really want, rather than going through all this shit, just set up like a Kickstarter or some sort of fundage thing. Feel free to, plunk down to, ship me off to an island somewhere, and I will be happy to kiss the whole lot of you goodbye. I may or may not still stream, though. I'm not sure how internet reception is, but considering that you think that I'm a reptilian overlord, Wi-Fi shouldn't wind up being much of a problem. I don't know. I'm kind of new to this whole being a reptile thing, so I'm not sure if I have to like transition first or give myself a fancy title like the Tumblerettes tend to do, you know, meat-based popsicle transitioning into reptile. I'm not really sure how that process works. Plus, I'm pretty well sure they would throw me back anyway. So I don't know. But the island thing, that would actually work, because if you try to like send me to a different country, given how immigration rulings are, they'd actually send me back within 2 weeks. So you can't ditch me that way. But I'm more than willing to work out a compromise, and feel free again to send me to an island out in the middle of nowhere, because I will be loving it. I will be surviving just fine. I will be living the beach, the island beach lifestyle. I'll finally get to see the ocean, so I'll be happy with all this. And you will put that money to good use. Oh, don't worry, Death. It's the secret alien mind rays. They are forcing you to hail. All this talk about the brain frog, and it was me all along. See, I even have the evil overlord I even have the evil overlord laugh. So I mean, at that point, maybe the warning signs were there all along. Phil is secretly a reptilian overlord. Phil was secretly a reptilian overlord all the time. That's where the brain frogs came in. He is secretly the brain frog, eating out their brains, and giving them random memory lapses, including himself, because apparently he has nothing else better to do. And apparently reptilians are like huge role-playing nerds, since I tend to obsess about that. I don't know. I've given up trying to figure out most people and like their random insanities by now. But it's actually kind of funny, and you know, again, they're gonna be like, aha! How was my Christmas? My Christmas was awesome. It was actually like pretty much on the quiet side. I did some tweeting here and there, but all in all, for the most part, it was quiet. Oh, we had a Doctor Who marathon. Yes, I have seen 12's Regeneration. Even the TARDIS knew better. Fucking kicked her out the doors and said nope. She's like, it's mine. Click. Pshing. Whee! Nope, bitch, it's not. Even the fucking TARDIS knew better and shoved her out the damn door. Hello, Judy Booty. Good to see ya. I would rather not learn anything from Joy. Maybe once she develops a little thing called the soul. One that she hasn't taken from somebody else first. Maybe then we'll talk about that. The new Doctor is a social justice warrior. I saw her damn interview, and she was telling people they shouldn't be afraid of her because of her gender. That's where I have a problem. Honestly, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't give a damn. I would not care if she was a giraffe or big fluffy panda with butterfly wings. I wouldn't give a damn. My problem is when people say shit like that, like you have to agree or else you hate me because of my gender. No, I hate you because you're a self-absorbed bastard. That's why I hate. No, the BBC will keep her around just to try and make a point. Because Chibnall is a social justice warrior wannabe. He did some work with Torchwood and it was okay. Okay. But, BBC has been really pushing the diversity envelope. They fired a dude just because he was white from a radio station. Didn't actually do anything. They just wanted to meet a diversity quota. Keep in mind that that is racist and prejudiced, but nobody cares because it's a white guy. So at that point, that's when I have a problem with the BBC's policies. When they push that onto things, the franchises that I love, that's when I have a problem with the franchise. And, like, I loved Capaldi's exit speech. And it feels to me like he was talking, like he says doctor, so he's talking to the next one. So I think as a person, he is making a point in speaking to another person, basically letting them know they fucked up, they need to, like, go back to being kind. You know? Drop the bullshit and just play the part, do the story. You know, be the character. Don't try and browbeat people over the head with this PC garbage. Because when that's what it's coming to, and there was a lot of that creeped into Capaldi's time as the Doctor, if you actually watch some of the later, especially his talks with River Song, there's a lot of that shit in there. So, it's been getting worse, and it's been getting worse, and it's been getting worse. That's where I have a problem with it. Otherwise, again, I could care less if it was a big fluffy panda with butterfly wings. If it fits with the story, great. If they're a woman, okay, don't care. If they're an asshole, I very much care. If they're trying to use it to push gender politics, I care. Another good example, the Time Lord General dude that showed up in the Date of the Doctor. When he regenerates, they made a point to make him a black woman, again, to push the envelope, and then the first thing is all that testosterone. If the roles were reversed and she was regenerating from a female into a male and said something about ladies, I guarantee you people would be out there with the bonfires and the pitchforks. And that's the shit that needs to stop. It ain't right no matter what side of the coin it's on. And it's just a steady decline and a slump in a direction that it doesn't need to go, with a franchise that has already been kicked to the curb once. Because it was during the time of, like, the 7th Doctor and stuff, and poor writing really did the poor guy in. Great actor, but poor writing, a great actor cannot save people from poor writing. It is the unfortunate truth. They brought it back with 9, they did a great job, everybody loved 10, most people liked 11, people were iffy about 12, so now we're cresting down and down and down as it is. So that in itself says there are new directions that need to be gone with. And BBC basically said, oh, it's not us, we need to cater to the absolute wrong crowd that doesn't give a damn anyway. So, at that point, what do you think's going to happen? It may not even be, you know, Jodie that causes it to sink. She might very well be the icing on the cake, but when you're talking about Chibnall and his writing, it's not exactly the most spectacular, and that's why Torchwood still isn't around. Torchwood made some great strides, but it is no longer around. So, on that note, though, I did have a lovely 9 through 10 marathon of Doctor Who. So that was good. That was actually... I definitely enjoyed that. And of course, I've been playing... During that time, I was also started up on the War of the Walkers mod for 7 Days to Die, which actually made it quicker, added a bunch of content. Like, I actually I was playing it, I think, yesterday. Yeah, I was playing it yesterday. And I ran into a circus tent, which was kind of interesting to run into. I was building into a house, or trying to basically fortify a house, and as I was removing some stuff, I found a secret room. Hey, cool, neat. They've added, like, lots of vitamins. They've added lots of a fire trap, which is both annoying and fun, because you don't have to power the thing. I was lucky enough to spawn in an area that has, like, a couple of different biomes touching, and about a hop, skip, and a jump away, there's the trader. So that means early access, early in the game, depending on how many caps you can get, which you can trade enough stuff that you get off the zombies, 4 caps, so you can actually get neat little things like generators and start to make traps and setups around your base. So that was actually a neat little setup there, which was fun. The fire traps, however, do not require power. So you set them down, and basically anything that walks all over them gets set on fire. Yeah, I know, it's the tents. I'm a regular big top lizard man, you know? Lack of scales and, you know, bad hair. Seems to be a thing for lizards these days, I guess. I don't know. But, the problem with these fire traps is if you get too close to them, you set yourself on fire. The fire deals a lot of damage very quickly, even with heavier duty armor. So that caused me to die a couple of times. while trying to get loot off of the corpses and, like, chop down the corpses that were on top of them. Needless to say, I was pretty annoyed by that and did curse and swear square. Wow. Square. Curse and swear, folks. That damn alien lingo. Curse and swear. Curse and swear. So I wound up being setting myself on fire, and not in an NBA Jam sort of style. And yes, that was very annoying. Thankfully, my spawn point was set nearby, so I could come and get my loot before it despawned. Still pissed me off, though. They had a class system that's kind of neat. They have new weapons and stuff. Right? What was I thinking? You know, here I am doing live streams, and the easiest way to get views, man, all I need to do, I need to write around on fucking Godzilla in front of a live stream and do a live stream there. I mean, here I've just been randomly talking in front of a microphone. Poor editing and all that stuff. I have, like, missed my calling to write on the back of Godzilla and live stream. I mean, jeez, what was I thinking? I should have gone the quick route, because you want to talk viral? There you freaking go. Actually, if you want to talk about missed opportunities, perfect opportunity for me to pull up, like, a face rig or something like that and have, like, a reptile's face and be like, I am sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I have a confession to make. All these years I have been leading a double life, and I am secretly Bob the Brain Frog, reptilian overlord and dark lord of the internet. God damn, man. People thought I was arrogant before. Holy cow. Holy majestic screaming eagle on a pogo stick, man. I was supposed to be arrogant before, and now they're making me a reptilian overlord. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to get promoted by that, but this is YouTube. This is social media. You know, up is down and left is right, and Lord knows what is in between. That is a good one. I might actually have to do that at some point. Get a dinosaur costume and live stream in it. Maybe when I get some more monetary stuff going on, then I can actually plunk down for a dinosaur costume. All hail the Lizard King! And no, I'm not doing the tongue licking thing, because that just comes off creepy. Hell, I'm an Undertaker fan, and when he did the weird flicking tongue thing, that was still creepy even for me. I haven't been on YouNow in forever. Why isn't the eagle on a pogo stick? It just likes to have a good time like everybody else. Why you gotta judge the eagle, man? The eagle's cool. It's got a pogo stick and shades and everything. Like fireworks going off in the background, because Murica, man. Total Murica. 100,000%. Because 100% just ain't good enough. Go big or go home. And that is not an invitation for more crazy. You've already gone big enough, you can just go home now. I'm saying that to my wonderful fans that will be stalking me from the sidelines, and of course not participating either because I have blocked them, or because they haven't figured out how to make a new account yet to kind of jump in. Either way, they're only helping me at this point, so hey, who am I to complain, right? There's the cough. Who am I to complain? Why not a unicycle? You know, it found that it could work the pogo stick better than the unicycle. I don't know. Maybe it's a toxic masculinity sort of thing. It's gotta be on that pogo stick, man. That's what they call it these days. Yes, I went there. You're welcome. Hello, Computer Blue. How you doing today? Good to meet you. I hope you had a good Christmas. And I hope you have a good New Year as well. Yes, I'm popping my knuckles. I do that. Probably one of the worst habits I have, other than procrastination and at times insomnia. I would have thought the filled-in comment would have gotten taken a lot worse than that one, but no open invitations for sex work here. I may not currently be in a relationship, but I don't need that kind of a relationship. Nope. There are certain people that need to get laid a hell of a lot more than I do. It would probably do them a whole lot of good. And then maybe they would have to, they probably could stop, you know, screaming around and being assholes for any kind of validation they can get. Oh, okay. Made a better name was GL before. Alright. Well, welcome back, GL. And for those of you that aren't on the Discord yet, the Discord link is in the description. Feel free to stop on by. We don't have a whole lot of discussion that goes on here and there, but we do have some stuff currently going on because I was helping some folks get characters set up for the Pathfinder campaign. So if you are interested in tabletop RPGs or Roll20 or anything like that, be sure to mosey on down, yes, I'm using that dated slang, mosey on down into Discord and check it out. And of course, if you want to learn how to play and stuff, there you go. We'll help you out. We'll hook you up. See, every time I see Fine now, I'm reminded of the image where the dog is sitting like in the middle of the room and there's like fire all around them and they're going, "This is fine." Team single. Seems to be a big team right about now. Seems to be a real big team. The roster, I don't know, we might have to make some trades at some point. We have plenty of rosters for the football team and the basketball team. Well, it's just rather full at this point. I'm on the other side of this doctor-induced addiction. I'll make a character. Well, Pixel made a character and Skullfire made a character. Pixel's character was an android bounty hunter. And Skullfire's was a tiefling, which is kind of like a demon, devil, eldritch horror type creature that looks almost like a Twilight. He has like one little tendril that like goes out the back of his skull and like wraps kind of around his neck, almost defensive sort of manner. Sharp teeth and all that stuff. So these guys have put together some really good characters. I'm considering on whether or not I want to stream it live or just like tape it and then stream it later. Either or, I think people are really going to like the characters that they put on with them because they are pretty interesting. Frogs. Oh gods, there it is again. More degrees of separation. The Reptilian Menace. Alex Jones and the Gay Frogs. All the Reptile references, man. No wonder she thinks the Reptilians are out together. We have Brain Frog, we have the Gay Frogs that piped up on mine and Nega's stream, and the VHS archives. We have Bob the Brain Frog, which also got used for the CBD stuff. Well, a different version of Brain Frog. So there was that. Oh, and then there's supposedly I'm a Reptilian, and Repsion, etc. All these Reptile references, man. All these Reptile references. It's funny. And now we're up to 23. Like it's like going down a bit and then going up quite a bit. Let me check and see what's on Twitter lately. Nah, nothing too shabby. You own the shirt. I am not kind of surprised. I'm really not. Although apparently he came out and said that for, like, what was it, court? I think it was you that told me that, Rogue, that he came out in court and basically said, yeah, it really is an act, which pretty much surprised nobody. I remember my one criticism about him was, the world is ending, you need to absolutely know this stuff in order to survive. for the low introductory price of $9.99 plus shipping and handling. If it's your civic duty to bring it to the world, and everybody needs to know this, just tell them. I'm sure they will donate to your whatever cause it's supposed to be. I don't know. Again, everybody has their things they believe. Everybody thinks various things about various people, and depending on whose good side or bad side they are on, they tend to jump to whoever that person doesn't like and say, you are the enemy. People are freaking crazy, man. We went from, like, accepting nothing to accepting everything. We went from people that think and reason to people that, like, react. They don't even read things. They react. I had to, like, tell this chick I've had to tell a few people a few times, look, read. Just read. Oh, it's longer than 4 lines. It's too much for me. And you're calling other people idiots? Why? You can't read more than 4 lines of text, and you're going to call another person an idiot. And most of these people claim that they're about logic and reason, no less. What's funny is the ones that claim that they're about logic and reason and are social justice warriors, or anti-social justice warriors, that hang with social justice warriors that do all the things they claim to be against. But if they want to make themselves look bad, you know, hey, more power to them. Don't care. That's on them. And like I said earlier, within a year or so, neither myself nor them will probably give a damn. I won't. I probably won't even remember. Well, no, I will remember their name. I'll be like, oh yeah, that person. What are they up to these days? They're obsessing about you. Still? Well, alright, man. If it lasts longer than 5 hours, you might want to see a doctor about that shit. Especially if they're going to give themselves that kind of erection to circle jerk for that long. Oh wait, they've managed that so far. So I guess it really has been longer than 5 hours, because they've been doing the circle jerk thing all fucking year long. Now they're going to make even the frogs gay. Damn it, man! Hey, welcome back, Wicket. I've given a few dams. Like miniature constructions of like little itty bitty dams. I've like given them off to the side and just kind of let them sit there and then eventually reclaim the back because nobody picked that shit up anyway. Hour and a half and everybody's engaged. I'm doing good tonight, man. Nah. I usually, like every day, I basically, I get up, I grab something to eat. I take a walk for at least about an hour or so. Maybe do a little bit of meditating here and there. Yes, I meditate. Everybody does it. Well, most people do it. It's just relaxing. And then I take care of whatever priorities I gotta take care of. This will be the last... Really? Oh. Well, no, not technically. There's still tomorrow. If I stream tomorrow, it'll be another. Then there will be another stream. Phil, your dams got busted a few times and then the flood came. I'm sorry, Silver. I've never been in that kind of relationship. Plus, I've never been in prison and dropped the soap or been in prison at all. So, you know, that said... just no. Plans for New Year's Eve. I really don't have a lot of plans. I don't. Most of my friends are either working or they feel like sleeping in for the most part. They don't feel like celebrating. I thought more people were going to show up and gather for Christmas than they did. They certainly did for Thanksgiving, but not really so much for Christmas. But that makes sense if you really think about it, because people are definitely usually with families and stuff around that time. I don't know. I might stream, and I might actually wind up sleeping in. More leaning toward probably sleeping in. And then there's also the bit of Pathfinder work and stuff, so that'll be a thing too. I know I'm planning on starting up the campaign sometime after the new year. And you'll be dragging people on with me. Okay, we'll see. Hey, if I'm asleep, then I'm asleep. No offense. Which I was going to actually stream, what, 2 days ago? And then I actually fell asleep. So, sincere apologies for that, guys. Because that one was totally on me. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be stalking anybody for New Year's. I will either be... might be streaming. I might actually play some games and stuff. If I'm not streaming, I'll probably be watching other people stream. Silver, for instance. Or whoever else is streaming. I may even hop through a couple of streams just to see what everybody's doing. Otherwise, I will probably be out cold. I may very well fall asleep. Or I'll sleep for a bit, wake up, and see if anybody is still streaming. I don't know. There probably will be, like, live ball dropping ceremonies, which for some people that like to watch this space will probably be the first time their ball has ever come close to dropping anywhere near their vicinity. Hashtag stay salty, friends. Yes, I went there. It was funny. Just laugh at it and get over it. See, every time I see that figure your shit out, I think back to Rick and Morty. Where Morty is technically, get your shit, get in a bag, and, like, figure it out. I don't care what you have to do, just figure it out. Figure out your shit. I'm sure they are, Silver. I'm sure they are. I think I've had enough salt for 1 year. Okay, that was the absolute wrong time for that comment. I know you meant to say that you need to test the stream, but that came out otherwise. That came out very much otherwise. Why are you not a moderator? Because we already have a couple of moderators, and quite frankly, I am not that popular to need more mods. Probably not going to be a thing either. Or at least not for a very long time, if that's a thing. Personally, I would say that it's not going to be a thing. Although at the rate that these guys are going, they keep throwing out my stuff, and apparently I'm going to wind up being popular. Hell, I'll wind up getting at this rate, like by the middle of the year. The way they're promoting my stuff, by the middle of the year, these guys that hate me so much are gonna have me at 1,000K. We're at 1,000K. Basically, 1K subs. They'll have me at 1,000 subs at that rate, because they're giving me free exposure. No, I'm not. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Make everybody a mod. Except that's a horrible idea. No, thank you. I am not making everybody a mod. There are some places where that's a thing. This is not one of them. There are definitely people that will get that mod wrench as the channel builds. But that's not going to happen anytime soon, I don't think. Or those same people I mentioned may very well prove me wrong just to spite me. But again, they're only helping me at that point, so it's kind of like a catch-22. We hate you. We want you to disappear off the face of the YouTube. Here's more subs. Here's more views. Here's more watch time. Here's more relevance. Okay, sure. Sure, okay. I guess. It was like I was telling them, just block me, and that's the one thing they wouldn't do. They get crazier. So I block them. You'd think they'd want that. Nope, they get crazier. And these are the sorts of folks that I will be like, I want you to live a good and happy life. God damn it, Phil. Now I have to go and become a crack whore. That's the kind of spitefulness that I'm dealing with here. And I'm laughing about it. Like, if you see me at all through this entire stream, I'm laughing about it. Because sometimes you just have to appreciate the absurdity of it all. And this stuff is about as absurd as it gets. And I've seen political shit. I've seen activism, and I've seen the elections. This shit's even more absurd than that. We'll stalk you and play with you forever and ever and ever, because that's not creepy shit. Well, apparently I am special, because I am apparently now a reptilian overlord. I mean, I woke up and didn't feel like a reptile, but apparently that's, apparently shows what I know. Geez, creation, get your shit together. You're supposed to send me a goddamn memo. Instead, I have to find out for someone else that I'm a reptilian overlord. I mean, I never knew. That would have explained prom night a bit, I guess, but, you know, all that aside. Doesn't add up in a lot of other ways. But it's funny, though. It's like, I wish you'd have a long and happy, healthy life. Welp, I'm gonna go out and get AIDS, gonna run in front of a vehicle, get hit a couple of times, throw myself down a couple of stairs. That'll show you, Phil. Yeah, you're right. I gotta admit, that will show me a few things that I will respectfully see from a very safe distance, possibly a restraining order and several barricades with attack frog duckies. Alright. Congratulations, you sure showed me by running yourself through the wood chipper. Okay, I guess that's one way to do it. Well, I guess you could say, Silver, with stuff like that, that it was a night to remember. Dun-dun-ch. I'm having too much fun with this. But it's good. I mean, most of my other streams I've been like angry at this, calling these people out, yelling at these other people, being edgy and pissed off and all this other stuff. And now I'm just sitting here cracking jokes. And hopefully people are enjoying themselves. So, and drinking a lot of water. That's also a thing. So, there you go. That's a thing. It's a thing, yeah. So I went from that to, now I'm just like, whatever. No special effects, no plan, just a regular schmo sitting in front of a camera. And it's funny because all the people that they're sending are going to be looking at this space going, oh, wait, this is going to be the one. He's going to freaking lose his mind. And they're going to catch probably some of the worst jokes they've ever probably heard. Again, guys, if you're looking for a takeaway, owl videos. Everybody loves owls. If you hate animals, then you just suck, so whatever. But for the rest of y'all, owl videos. There you go. There's your takeaway. If you like Let's Plays, you may or may not enjoy those. Might not. Whatever. But I got 2 subs off of it. Yay! I guess. I don't know. Got kicked out of prom and got it. Well, that doesn't surprise me that you got kicked out of prom. It was probably what you tried to bring into the hotel, and you just kind of took it a few steps early. Wicket, you're not ruining anything. You're more than welcome here. You are not ruining anything. Excuse me. I would say at this point I'm running the joke into the ground, but anti-gravity. So, it's got a little bit more lift on it for the time being. Ga-ga-ga-ga-ga-ga. And apparently, does the stream boss not show? That's weird. It should be still showing, but I guess it's not. Alright. Well, according to the stream boss, apparently Silver is still queen of the castle. Basically, anytime there is a sub, donation, or anything like that, it takes off the life bar until eventually it kicks them off. And then replaces them with the person that dethroned them. And then after that, the amount goes up a little bit and it becomes harder to knock the next person off. That's what that's all about, if you're wondering what I'm talking about. None of that is mandatory. It is appreciated, but not mandatory. You are still awesome, no matter how much goes in the piggy bank. Holidays can be hard for many people. Yeah, they can be. They can be. I'm better about the holidays than I used to be. It still kind of hits me in the gut every once in a while. Yeah. Had a good time, but it was stressful. Well, I'm glad that you had a good time. I am glad for that. If anything is going to be, you know, a little bit of work and a little bit of stress, at least some good came out of it. So you have some good memories to hang on to. Because some days, that is what gets you through the day. Some days. Other days, it's sweets. Or good food. Or bad laughs. Whole lot of bad laughs if you're into really, really bad puns. Then we'll probably get along just fine. And everybody's kind of quieted down a little bit. I have to wonder what that actually looks like. So this ought to be interesting. Excuse me. Let me pull this up here. Yes, you did. What in the world? Let's see. How do I pull this up? Maybe it's in our dashboard. Working on my friend's laptop. Hey, that's okay. No worries. I'm keeping everybody engaged, apparently. Not bad for almost 2 hours. Not bad at all. Let me view channel. So I'm going to click that over here. Alright. Only 2 dislikes today. Well, they must not have gotten the rest of the herd out just yet. Give it time. Give it time. What's really funny is because they pop up just long enough to do the thumbs down, but they still give me watch time, even if it's by a couple of seconds. And the dislikes actually don't do a damn thing. Those don't affect the algorithm, guys. Sorry. It's great, though. I think I'm actually... Well, I'll give it a couple of more minutes. I might actually just kind of close this down in a little bit and then grab myself some food. The night is still young, isn't it? It's only 8:30? Feels later than it is. I still have Halloween candy. Which I had got a bunch of it, and only some of it went to some of the neighbors' kids. So I still have Halloween candy. Let's see. Let me see what else I've got here while I'm looking at that. Creator Studio, because they have Studio Beta now, apparently. And I have been wanting to look at that. And I'm not touching that, Charlie. Because they have stuff that tells you, like, where all of your... No! Yeah, the last one I did, 5 Nights at Freddy's, is actually at 76 views. Not bad. Analytics. Real-time views. Within 48 hours, 170. 525 subscribers. plus 2, 1.5K views within the last 28 days. 1.5 thousand views within the last couple of days. Actually, this one is going off and on the charts. Real-time views. Watch time minutes. This one's the last 28 days, which is about 28.8K. So let's see what else I have. Audience. We'll go with discovery. Suggested videos, 58.4%. Browse features, 20%. Channel pages, 9%. Director unknown, 4.3%. Other, 8.5%. So, jeez. Huh. I've actually got 3 different playlists apparently too. Imagine that. Let's see audience, because this is the one that I'm really interested in. Okay, so gender. 82.8% of my audience is apparently female. 17.2% is male. No wonder I'm getting all the damn harem jokes. Now that makes sense. Age range. 0.4% is 13 to 17. 27.5% is 18 to 24. 25 to 34 range is 38.8%. 35 to 44 is 17%. 45 to 54 is 13%, and above 55 is basically 3.3%. So right around the 18 to 34 range is the biggest version of that. Let's see. Top countries. Most love is from the United States with 67.8%. 19.5 from our wonderful folks in the UK. You know who you are, and big hugs to you. Because some of y'all have been around for quite a while. Not quite from the beginning, but pretty close enough. Actually, no, some of you have been around since the damn beginning. Australia. I apparently have some Aussies in the house. 2.9%. Those swinging, chillin' fellas in the Netherlands. I'll have to catch movies, soon slip into a chocolate coma. Hey, enjoy that shit, man. If anybody catches me shape-shifting, make sure to catch and record it. Please do. And please don't make it some bad Photoshop edit, too. Like, I would actually like to know that sort of thing, because if I'm, like, randomly shape-shifting, I probably want to take that to a doctor and get them looked at. I'm pretty sure that one of Joy's ER visits ain't going to cover that shit. So, by all means, definitely hook a brother up. Plus, do you have any ideas how many views I could get on YouTube for that shit? By all means, I'll work with that. I'm secretly Godzilla. There you go. But no, enjoy the chocolate and enjoy the movie, and thank you for stopping by. I'm actually probably going to close this out here in a little bit. I actually have some viewers in the Netherlands, though, and some viewers in Germany. That's new. They're showing my last name some love. And most people prefer my stuff without subtitles. Although 1.5 prefer them in English. Alright, cool. But the funniest thing is... Yes, there you go. There you go, Nate. Shape-shitting. I always say... Lately I see... Whenever it comes to the F's, I have a hard time really pronouncing them, apparently. Don't know what that is. So much for articulation, eh? But it does make for some very hilarious moments. Like that one. And you caught me. Congratulations. I just got iced by the penguin. Holy smokes, Batman. So, the majority of the watch time that I get is from people that are not subscribed. I wonder why. Yeah, I think I'll be closing out here in a little bit soon, since I'm basically covered just about everything that I want to, and I didn't want to make it some like crazy long stream, but just enough to where people can, you know, shoot the breeze, chat a little bit, and have some fun, without it being complete drama fest, you know. Just enough of in-jokes, and hey, even making some jokes at my own expense, because why not? I can do it better than they can. I actually know me. But it's really telling that the majority of my watch time comes from people that aren't subscribed. They're not obsessed, mind you, but they are keeping my watch time high. Thank you so much, guys. Couldn't do it without you. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. By all means, feel free to keep helping me along. Oh, and 22.7% is actually from the people that are subscribed to me. I'm sorry, I just find that funny. Let's see. Nothing else that really shows up here. That's interactive content. Playlists. I didn't figure there would be much on that. I think the other one had more detailed stuff. After all, this is in beta. So there are all sorts of missing features. Playlists, live streaming. Okay, so there's more stuff that's going to be going on there. No kidding, man! A watch party for Velchich. No kidding, man. I wonder what happened to the dude, because he was, like, always around, you know, always interacting with people. Real swell dude. And next thing you know, gone. Just vanished. I think he may have had one of those anthropology things in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle. Nobody knows where he is. He, like, vanished. Off YouNow, off YouTube, off everywhere. I don't know what happened to him, but I do wish him well. And now for my other actual obsession. RWBY, Volume 5, Chapter 11. It's still not up yet. This one is supposed to be really good, and yet it is not up yet for everybody else to view. Everybody that's like a special Rooster Teeth subscriber has already seen it, but I have not been able to see it yet. And there's supposed to be a lot of good stuff in this one. And yet it's still not released. It's supposed to release today, damn it. Ah, well. Alas, set a moon. Alright, guys. I'm starting to get a little hoarse of voice, and I'm starting to feel it. Plus, I need to grab myself some food. Again, links to my Streamlabs and to my Discord are in the description. If you need to chat with me for whatever reason, I guarantee you will find me in the Discord. Plus, there's some cool people on there. We like to talk when people actually talk. So, by all means, stop in, enjoy, and, yeah, don't be a stranger. I may or may not stream tomorrow. If I'm not streaming tomorrow, by all means, just the same, feel free to support Silver and some of these other folks that may or may not be streaming. Whatever you do yours, please be safe. I understand festivities, but make sure you have a safe ride home. You know, be safe. Don't drink yourself under the table. Just impress the Joneses, because you won't remember them in the morning anyway. Not worth it. A beer can be replaced. You cannot. So please be safe. Be mindful of any people that may not be safe. And if that means having to call a cab for somebody or an Uber, even if they don't remember you the next day, be the better person. Help them out, because you never know what family is attached to them. And I don't want to read about anybody in the obituaries. Even the people that piss me off. So good night, everybody. Whatever you do for New Year's tomorrow, be safe. Have fun. Yeah, don't drink and drive. If you see someone that's going to, call them an Uber or something. Take the keys. Be that person. Be an ass if you have to. But, yeah, that basically sums it up. Night-night, everybody. Again, thank you. I hope you managed to have fun with this and have a few laughs right along with me. Take care, and I will see you either tomorrow or in the new year. We will see what this brings together. So peace out, folks. I need a catchy term, because everybody's got like different things for their viewers and stuff. Maybe I'll go with the Knights of Nietzsche. There you go. No, that just sounds lame. That sounds really lame. That sounds like Pears to the Doctor lame. Work in progress. We'll figure it out. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. And again, have a safe and happy New Year's. See you in the next